Hey there, and welcome to my very first video where I'll be sharing with you my progress building TurboNav, a productivity tool that encourages deep work. But before I get into it, I want to share a little bit about myself. My name is Miguel, and I've been a software engineer for the past 6 years. And just this year, I decided to quit my job and start a new journey, a journey of becoming a full-time indie hacker. Now, I know the road ahead of me is full of uncertainties, but I'm really excited for what will come out of this new experience. My goal with this channel is to share with you my journey in building an indie product in public, as well as sharing with you my workflow, tips and tricks that I've picked up as a software engineer over the past 6 years. So let's talk about TurboNav. I launched TurboNav as an MVP product about a month ago, and in its current state, it's just a free and simple tab manager. You can view tabs at a glance, and they're organized by the windows the tabs are in. So very quickly I can walk through that. You can easily navigate through the windows, and I've renamed them so that they kind of make sense for the work that I'm doing. But yeah, you can collapse them, expand them, so that it's easier to navigate, right? The whole collapse and expand state can be saved across any window. For example, if I open it, there it goes. So that's one thing. You can multi-select to close multiple tabs. So I'm just going to close these two really quick, Shift Delete, and there you go. I think the neatest thing about TurboNav is the commands. The MVP version supports 2 commands, so let me walk through that really quick. So for the current tab here that I have open, I can save it really quick to a specific tag. In this case, I have a few dummy tags, but yeah, let me just save it to that one really quick. And just that easily, without having to move your mouse, you've saved the web page. Say, for example, you want to view an article for later, then you can schedule that tab for later. So in this example here, I'll just schedule it for tomorrow at 9 a.m. And there we go. So TurboNav uses an interface that mimics the command line. The goal of this experience is to provide a keyboard-first design to quickly get something done. My next goal is to start development of pro features that help users enhance their work experience on the browser. I'm planning to start with the focus command. And the idea with this command is to create a distraction-free environment with a goal in mind to accomplish it during a focus session. So I used Figma here to prototype what the UI will look like to enable a focus session. And I want to walk through the experience to give you an idea of how this functionality will work. So let's take a look at the first frame here. I have 2 commands, the focus command and the shutdown command. I've added these into a new section called organize commands. I'm still working with the name, but the idea here is that you'll have commands that you can use to, keep you organized throughout your workday. And so I'll talk a little bit later about shutdown, but for now let's focus on the focus command. The focus command will take you to this command form where you'll have 2 quick steps. The first step, you'll enter your window, and this is the window where you want to start your focus session with. Once you've entered your window, you'll then enter your goal. And this could be anything. It's that one thing you're trying to accomplish during this focus session. So once you've entered your goal, you'll be presented with this streamlined view of the window that you'll be focusing with, the goal, and the tabs associated to that window. Something else that will occur is that any outstanding windows that are not part of the focus session will be minimized to declutter your workspace. An additional idea I had in mind was to create rules to block certain websites that can be distracting, such as YouTube or Twitter, but that I believe can happen after the release of the focus command. So that's an idea that I have in my backlog. So yeah, that's the designs for the focus command experience, and next up I'll walk through how I'm implementing this feature. I had a few challenges along the way implementing this. It's not complete, but I have the core flow working. The main challenge was trying to figure out a clean way to keep track of the navigation state for the focus form, primarily to keep track of what section is active. Considering there are 2 steps, I wanted to have the ability to go back and forth between the 2 and preserve the navigation stack. So I have that working. And at first I thought about just recreating the navigation stack using React State, but I'm using React Router. And so I was pleasantly surprised how easy it was to integrate a solution using this library. Let's take a look at the component for the forms section. I'm using this hook called useLocation to get the history location path name. And I'm using that to keep track of the active session. So this location path name, I then pass here into this property where it checks that it matches section path name. And this could be either of the 2 paths that I have right here. So there's a path name for entering the window, and there's a path name for entering the goal. So this makes it easy to transition from one path to another and keep track of the navigation stack. So if I wanted to back out all the way and leave the focus form, I could. So let's take a look at that. Right now I'm in the enter goal path. I can navigate back. Now I'm in the focus window path. If I back out one more time, I'll now be in the home index path. So now I can just search for any tab that I want. That's it for now. My goal for next week is to have the focus command in action, so when the goal is entered, it will automatically enter the user into a focus session, and outstanding windows will be minimized to the clutter of the workspace. Looking forward to sharing my progress in the next video. Have a great day.